Hi everyone, this is Crypto Layman here. Today I want to bring to you some news from the Helium community and the development team. Today has been a big day, and HIP 27 has been agreed upon by the team and the community. HIP 27 essentially means that the Helium team and community have voted and agreed on launching a parallel Helium-based 5G network in addition to the IoT network that already exists. So what's going to happen is that we don't currently have a launch date, so it's all in the near future, hopefully. The HIP has been agreed, so it's an agreed proposal. The community wants it, and the team's ready for it. In order to facilitate that, the Helium team has joined hand with a tech company that provides connectivity devices called Freedom Fi, and they are going to develop a 5G hotspot, not too dissimilar in concept from the Helium hotspot for the IoT devices that we currently have, and they are going to launch that fairly soon, hopefully. Freedom Fi have now started registering interest from people who are willing to purchase these hotspot or 5G hotspots in future, and I will come to that very shortly. So before I actually get into that, I want to address a couple of things on the hotspot and earning side of things, which is quite important, I feel. So essentially what they're doing is that these hotspots will be hosted by people like you and I, by the community, by people around the globe, and these hotspots will allow people to connect their 5G ready devices, such as mobile phones, laptops, tablets, etc., to these gateways, and thereby make use of the 5G connectivity. Now, that being said, whenever data is going to be transmitted over these devices, relative to how much data you transmit through the device, you will earn some HNT as an incentive for hosting that device. Again, in concept, not too dissimilar from the hotspots, but it actually gave me a slight concern and a jolt when I thought about the fact that we have a halving coming up, we have an exponential increase coming up in the Helium hotspots numbers, and inevitably that will mean a reduction in HNT rewards for everyone. So is it really going to be worthwhile hosting these devices? Now, that's one sort of concern that I had. But then if you think about it, at the same time, 5G means a lot more utility for the Helium token. 5G will mean potentially a much higher price, a higher burn rate for the tokens, a higher price for the tokens. So it could mean good news. Yes, we may mine less HNT, but it could potentially be worth more. So it could still be financially viable. In terms of a solid move from the project, I feel that it is a very good move, and 5G certainly is another one of those stumbling blocks that we're having at the moment, and they are certainly heading out to address a very prevalent problem. So that being said, coming back to Freedom Finances and these devices, so a couple of things that you need to know about if you go onto the Freedom Fi. Did I just call it Freedom Finance? I do apologize. It's just the Fi that essentially throws me off time and time again. So Freedom Fi are going to launch these devices. They have launched a waiting list, which you can join, but you can only join a waiting list for these devices under two conditions. So first of all, you have to pay a fully refundable $100 deposit to guarantee you a place in the line or in the queue. So if you want to be an early adopter of these devices, you can join, you register your interest, pay your $100, and they will basically put you in a queue for when they launch these devices. However, there are limitations. So this is going to be a beta program, so it's initially going to be launched only in the United States. So you can only join the waitlist if you are United States based. So once they have launched in the United States, and once they have determined that it is the project is a success, that is when they will hopefully roll it out globally, and people like you and I, who are not in the United States, will be hopefully able to join this network. So overall, I feel really good, positive news of a positive step has been taken. Again, the project is growing. The IoT network is definitely growing. The utility of it is definitely growing. So if you don't follow Helium at the moment, I would recommend that you follow them on Twitter, and they regularly announce their new partnerships, etc. So you can keep an eye on the project that way. But if you can't do that or not interested in doing that, I would recommend that you subscribe to this channel, and I will keep bringing you exciting news and updates from time to time as and when they develop. So thank you very much for your interest and your support, and I will hopefully speak to you guys with some more positive news about the Helium project in the near future. So thank you, and stay tuned.